have the great fortune and honor and responsibility of representing thousands of people who work at NIH and who live in Rockville and in the neighborhood. So I see this as not just a national treasure and resource, but also a vibrant and vital part of my community that I represent. But I speak tonight not just as a politician, but I speak also as someone who has, I guess what we call around here, a pre-existing condition. Because when I was in the Maryland State Senate and as a professor of constitutional law at American University, I was given a diagnosis in 2010 of colon cancer. And I learned something very interesting going through the experience about the difference between misfortune and injustice. Because if you have a job that you love and a family that you love and constituents that you love, and it's a beautiful day and you're told that you've got stage 3 colon cancer, that's a misfortune. It can happen to anybody, liberal, conservative, Democrat, Republican, independent, old, young, every race, every ethnicity. It can happen to anybody. It's a misfortune. But at the time, I was the floor leader in Maryland on marriage equality legislation. And it struck me that the misfortune can happen to anybody, but if you can't get health insurance because you love the wrong person, or because you're unemployed, or because you're too poor, that's not just a misfortune, that's an injustice. Because we as a society can do something about that. So when we think about the Alzheimer's disease or cystic fibrosis or lung cancer or diabetes 1 or 2, in a democratic society, our obligation is not to compound the misfortunes of life with governmental injustice. Our job is to try to reduce misfortune because we're all citizens together. And so that's why I'm so proud to represent NIH, because as has been said very eloquently by a number of speakers tonight, the NIH is in the forefront of defending our population against disease and serious illness.